So let's corrupt the USA view. New NYC musical From Here explores Pulse tragedy. New York City is set to witness From Here, a poignant musical that delves into the aftermath of the Pulse nightclub massacre in Orlando. Written by Donald Rupe, the production will have the opening night this Saturday during the weekend Stonewall celebrations at off-Broadway's Alice Griffin Jewel Box Theater at the Pershing Square Signature Center. The musical will run through August 11th. The play centers around Daniel, a gay man in his 30s living in Orlando in 2016, navigating life and love amidst the tragic events of June 12th, when a gunman claimed 49 lives at the LGBTQ+ nightclub Pulse. Blake Aburn, who stars as Daniel in his off-Broadway debut, expressed that From Here intricately weaves Daniel's fictional narrative with the real-life experiences of Orlando residents during the shooting's aftermath. He also shared that the play isn't about the tragedy itself, but rather explores Orlando's collective response to grief and the profound impact of senseless gun violence on a community. Originally staged at the Orlando Fringe Festival in 2019, From Here is produced by the Renaissance Theater Company. The production aims to raise awareness and funds in collaboration with organizations like Equality Florida, offering a platform for Pulse survivors and affected communities to share their stories and advocate for causes close to their hearts. Tickets and further information on From Here are available at fromhere.com. Get ready to be part of an evening that honors resilience, community, and the enduring spirit of those touched by the Pulse tragedy. Sounds like something I should be producing.
Well, and of course, this is not the first time a tragedy from our community has been transformed into musical theater. I'm thinking about Max Vernon's The View Upstairs, which is about a musical about the horrific 1973 arson attack at the New Orleans gay bar, the Upstairs Lounge in the French Quarter.
Right.
Yeah.
So I thought it was interesting that they've turned another musical out of this.
Well, I like, though, the fact that it's not centered around the actual tragedy and that it's centered around afterwards and how they're rebuilding. I'm getting a little tired of the word resilience because it seems like for people of color and LGBTQ people, we consistently have to be resilient. Like nobody will pass the law and just make us equal. We don't have to consist. You know what I mean? We always have to be resilient. It's like, do you have a choice? I mean,
No.
49 people were murdered. What are you gonna like?
What are you gonna curl up into a ball?
You know what I mean?
No,
Right. But I do like that they're keeping the discussion going. Hopefully more people are learning about it outside of Florida. Hopefully.
Absolutely.
And especially in this political climate, you know, worldwide, we have a lot of hate, we have a lot of anger, we have a lot of misinformation about religion. I mean, we have, you know, it's important that we always talk and you know, always be present.
Well, that's what theater does so well. You know, it brings communities together to share stories. And that's how we enlighten ourselves and how we are able to grieve together or learn together.
We need to find that common bond that we all have as the human community.
Yeah, absolutely. And I also appreciate the dialogue with gun violence because as somebody who grew up, I guess, with, you know, school shootings and you know, immense like gun violence, it's kind of nice that they're having that conversation through art, which I think art can be a political and vessel for things that we need to discuss. So,
well, isn't that interesting? She just said, as someone who grew up, grew up with school shootings.
I know.
Grew up with school shootings.
I mean, Parkland happened when I was. Gosh, I don't remember how young I was, but I think I was either late high school or early college. And my sister was actually in high school when that happened. So I was freaking the hell out. I was like calling her, making sure she was okay. I mean, obviously, like she was in a high school in Miami, but it's still very close to home. You know?
Yeah, now every Broward school is going to have metal detectors. It's so
well, we have a generation of kids
who grew up with,
and our response has been learn how to dodge bullets. Like nobody's done anything about the guns, right? They're like, well, this is a problem. Kids, learn how to dodge the bullets better. Learn how to fight the gunman.
Well,
this is not really a
but they even suggested that for the kids to bring guns to class.
This is
well, it's when the Second Amendment is more important than second graders.
Yeah,
That's what it comes down to.
That's what happened.